What's going on, guys? Welcome back to TotalTank, and today we're going to be starting a new series called TotalTank Talks, where we're basically just going to discuss the current state of the game, or just events that are going to be happening and stuff like that, future events and stuff like that. So today I'm going to talk about Blizzcon Legion predictions, so like predictions for both Blizzcon itself and the future of Legion. So to basically sum it up, this is all just speculation, prediction, because we all like to have a prediction, especially before BlizzCon, because we all love to, I don't know, just speculate what we're going to hear. But sometimes I do not like doing this because sometimes it leads to disappointment, so please don't take this as anything serious. It's not gospel, it's not written in stone. All it is it's just my thoughts on what the possibilities are for what we could be hearing from this year's BlizzCon. So yeah, there's been so many ideas that I've been thinking that there could possibly be that we could hear at BlizzCon, and other ideas for the future of Legion. I'll give some honourable mentions in there, but my top 10 for my predictions for BlizzCon and Legion. Starting first off, I think Blizzard, with the Nighthold just round the corner and the Trials of Valor that it's just round the corner as well, I reckon those release dates are going to be announced without a doubt. I reckon the Nighthold release date is going to be announced, and the Trial of Valor release date is going to be announced, as well as the Karazhan, obviously. But another thing I reckon might be announced is a new area. I think they're going to announce a future patch in the expansion, not so much a last patch, but like a patch to throw in next to try to throw out as much content as they can. So I reckon with that area that they got rid of before the launch of Legion, they're going to throw out a new area, because they actually said that one of the areas they had to get rid of because they thought it was just going to be a Legion infested island, but they had ideas to make it something much better than that. So I think we're going to see that very soon. I don't think it's going to be a catch up. I reckon it's going to be a new area with new story to explain more, and possibly a new dungeon with it. So that's my first prediction. My second prediction is I reckon we're going to get a potential trailer for the Queen Azshara raid, because without a doubt I have a feeling that Queen Azshara is going to have a massive part in this expansion, be it the Burning Legion and Sargeras, obviously offering Azshara the power. Or was it Sargeras or N'Zoth? No, she was trying to summon Sargeras and it was N'Zoth, something like that. I'm not Nobble, okay? Go watch him, he's brilliant. But yeah, I seriously have because she was something to do with the Burning Legion. She was trying to summon Sargeras, and with that not being successful, with the return of Sargeras, I think Queen Azshara is going to make her return as well. So without a shadow of a doubt, I do feel that we are going to be seeing her very, very soon, and I do think it's going to be like in a Throne of Thunder kind of patch, where it's going to be, it's going to take it away from the Burning Legion in essence. Like, it's still the same theme, but I think it's going to take it to Azshara and possibly start leading on a bit to an N'Zoth kind of thing, an N'Zoth themed expansion maybe, so an old god themed expansion, or potentially include N'Zoth. But I honestly think that the main focus of the raid after the Nighthold is going to be Azshara. So there's my second prediction out of the way. Without a doubt, I think we're going to hear, I don't think it's going to be announced, like, and remember guys, because these are just BlizzCon things, I'll start separating them actually, because I feel like I've done a bad job of that so far. So new area is a prediction for the future of Legion, Queen Azshara raid for the future of Legion. Also the next two are kind of for the future of Legion and kind of combined together. But first off, I'm predicting a Tomb of Sargeras catch-up area, where I think we'll build a stronghold on the island of the tomb, and it'll be like a Tanaan jungle, Timeless Isle kind of thing, where it's just a catch-up mechanic to get people further and further progressed in the game, especially if they've only just started and like now when they're leveling up, or if people are re-rolling or something like that, because more classes become more viable than others, and who knows. I do think that the catch-up mechanic is going to be there in the Tomb of Sargeras catch-up area. I think that's going to be a thing, because I think that's when we'll advance, and also following that, I do believe that with the catch-up area is going to become the Tomb of Sargeras raid. So I think they've I think they've already kind of confirmed that there's going to be a Tomb of Sargeras raid, because they said we're definitely going there, I think. So honestly, I think that could be such a fucking amazing thing if they do it right. I mean, they could even have people like Kill Jade and that in there as bosses, but like undermined to like even the shade of Sargeras or something like that, because I think that would really show the potential and the power of the Burning Legion. I don't think we'll fight the full Sargeras. I think it's too early for that. One interesting theory behind that was the fact that we've got artifacts and legendaries is because they're building us up to be these fucking immortal godlike beings. So we're going to put all the power and stuff from our artifacts into destroying this almighty god being, which could lead to the death of Sargeras, which I don't know, because I don't know if they could really take it any further again with the Burning Legion, or they could actually go into the Twisting Nether, which I think we possibly could do actually. So I reckon I do think it's only going to be a shade, but I do reckon we'll see Kill Jaden in there, as well as many others. I reckon Jiraxxus might even make a return, to be honest, just because he's a fan favourite really. So yeah, things I'm expecting to hear about at Blizzcon is the Diablo 3 expansion, or maybe Diablo 4, or maybe even both, because Diablo 3 took 7 years to make, so an expansion would go really well if they were actually making a Diablo 4, which I hope they are, because apparently there was jobs going up for it and that they've gone. If you go and watch Riker, he's a Diablo YouTuber, he explains a lot of this stuff. So like I say, just go and watch him, he explains quite a lot better than me. I'm not massive on Diablo, but I've dabbled in it and I have enjoyed it. I've completed them, and you know, I've never gone serious into the seasons or anything like that, or rifts or anything like that, but Riker knows what he's on about. So if you're interested in hearing more about Diablo, I'd suggest you go over to that channel and listen to him, because I'm pretty sure he can give you more input than me. I also think we'll hear about maybe Diablo 3 having 2 new classes with an expansion, if they actually announce an expansion, or maybe even Diablo 4 having 2 new classes put into it, as well as the current tier of classes. Reason for that being, I think it's what the fans would want, because I think there's so much potential for characters you could have in that game, and you've only got a certain amount. So I reckon there's so much room for improvement with that game, where you could throw new heroes, new classes into it, and just spice it up a bit, because I think people get a bit bored of playing the same class sometimes, so everyone needs something to spice it up. I mean, WoW's just had Demon Hunters, we had Death Knights, we had Monks, we always have to throw something in there to keep it a bit spiced. So with that being said, I do believe as well we're going to possibly encounter some new Overwatch heroes. I know there's some videos or something like that where it's teasing a new hero. I've played Overwatch, I'm not massively into it. I do play it, I enjoy it, I play it casually with my friends from time to time, but I don't do all that much research into it, because I'm a serious WoW player, and that's where most of my time goes, into WoW, into raiding, etc. So that's why I'm more in tune with the WoW stuff than I am with the Diablo or the Overwatch or anything like that. But also with a new set of Overwatch heroes, or hero, I don't know, it could be more than one, we never know. BlizzCon's for big things. So yeah, it's going to be the first year that Overwatch, since Overwatch has been released, where it's at BlizzCon, and I reckon they're going to make some huge huge announcements for it. So following the heroes that I think are going to be announced, I also believe that there's going to be some insane new maps and game modes that are going to be announced there, because now's the perfect time. It's had a successful first year, a very, very successful first year, and it's gone quite far into competitive and stuff like that. You know, it's took off really well for a game that was, when people looked at it, they thought, oh, it's Blizzard making a first-person shooter, and it's took off really well. I enjoyed it. A lot of people that said they weren't going to enjoy it have enjoyed it. So, like I say, with the amount of exposure that Overwatch has gotten and how popular it is, I think that the players that are playing it currently are crying out for more, even if they do the seasonal stuff like Blizzard always do. I think they're going to bring out some new maps and some new heroes. It's going to have to be that. I mean, if they don't, I'd be very, very shocked and surprised. But it's not to say they won't do it in the near future, but if I was to guess, I'd say that quite a lot of the Overwatch audience would be very disappointed to go there and for their game and not hear of new heroes or new maps. That's just my personal take on it, so I've got big money on that. I think that's going to happen. So that's number 7 and 8. Number 9, I'm going to go with a new Hearthstone expansion, because they just throw them out like, I don't even know. They just throw them out, don't they? It's just always, it's always happening. There's always one mid-year, or every season. So I don't know, because I don't play Hearthstone at all. I'm not good at card games. I suck. So I don't know if it's every season or every like half a year or something like that, but they always have something new that's been thrown into there. It's always around BlizzCon time, and then half a year, then BlizzCon time again. I think. So yeah, I think there's going to be a new Hearthstone expansion there that's going to be based on possibly a Legion. I'm not too sure what it could be based on actually. It could even be based on, you know, Arthas or something like that, because I'm not sure if they have Death Knight classes in that yet. Honestly, I'm not in tune with Hearthstone whatsoever, so please don't judge me. Correct me if I'm wrong. Just don't dislike the video because I don't play Hearthstone. Sorry. I may dabble into it if it's what you guys want to see, as well as Heroes of the Storm or anything like that. I might try it, or even some Overwatch on the Xbox or something like that. I could play that for you guys. I don't mind. So yeah, new Hearthstone expansion with new characters, new cards, etc. As everything that comes with a new Hearthstone expansion. But number 10, last but not least, is I believe that they're most likely going to announce some new Heroes of the Storm maps and heroes. Potentially Khadgar, I think, is quite strong up on the running for that. I think Khadgar might be in there. I do think it as a tribute to Varian. They might throw him in there. He might already even be in there. I mean, I don't know that much about Heroes of the Storm. I'm not massive on these games because most of my time is invested in WoW. But yeah, I reckon there's a couple of characters that are definitely in the mix for throwing in for Heroes of the Storm. Possibly a special character like a Cho'Gall kind of deal. But again, I'm really not sure with that kind of thing. So I do reckon there's going to be some new maps as well, some new heroes, some new maps, and potentially some new kind of game modes in those maps as well. So I don't know what they can do with it. I don't know where they go with it, because it's all a big mix-up, a different variety of games. But for those people who are also big on StarCraft, I'm really sorry, but I'm pretty sure I've heard that that's been just about wrapped up now. Well, some honourable mentions were, some people were speculating that we'd hear about the new Warcraft expansion. I think that's going to be too soon. I don't think we'll hear about a new Warcraft expansion. I don't think we'll hear of very much more to do with World of Warcraft, to be honest, than what I've already said. If any of that's even on there, because I think they've already announced stuff, so I don't think they'll announce anything bigger with WoW right now. But yeah. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please let me know what your predictions are for BlizzCon 2016. And I really hope that you guys get what you want as a fan of Blizzard myself and what I'm expecting. I hope I can see what I'm expecting, and the same with all you guys. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. If you did enjoy the video, please leave a like and subscribe. The Blood Death Knight guide is going up very soon, and another episode of TotalTank Talks will be out very shortly. So again, thank you for watching, guys. Like, comment, subscribe. Bye now.